Very good morning. You're watching NewsX and I'm Shivani Singh. We are tracking the latest developments regarding the war in West Asia and the Gulf, and in breaking news coming in, a local has shot a video as a lawnmower sounding drone slammed the US Embassy in Iraq. In the visuals, you can see a massive fireball after the drone struck the embassy building, followed by a deafening explosion and a thick plume of smoke. Let's listen in to those visuals. In fact, introduce the guests who are joining us on the panel right now. Major General Dhruv Katoch, who's a defense expert. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to NewsX and for taking out your time. We always appreciate it. If I can understand what actually is happening on day 19th of this war, General, there has been two major ticks on the side of Israel. They have managed to eliminate top two Iranian officials. One is the security chief, who was Ali Larijani, and the other is the chief of the Basij force, or Gholam Reza. Now these are two very important people, sir, because we are talking about a person who was responsible for shaping the nuclear policy of the country, and the other was responsible for the Basij force, which is responsible in fact for suppressing dissent. And we've seen over the years that Iran has been seeing a lot of public dissent over the years, and however none have managed to in fact take over or change or overthrow the regime. So when we're looking at these two developments on day 19 of the war, sir, how are you looking at the situation now? Do you think we are inching closer to the end of the war or towards negotiations? How do you look at it, General?
Thank you, Shivani. Shivani, firstly, as far as the killing of Ali Larijani is concerned, now the Iranians knew that the Israelis were after this target, and he is their topmost leader after Mostaba. Now, I haven't understood why they were not in a position to protect him, and that shows that the Israelis have penetrated deep inside the Iranian power structure. Otherwise, there was no reason, no way they could have actually got to him. These operations are very, very secretive. So obviously, Larijani got exposed and he has been taken out, which speaks very poorly of the Iranian system. That is one. Number two is how long will this carry on? Now, as far as the Iranians are concerned, I think they have very limited capacities. They have to keep a certain quantum of their ballistic missiles and their drones as reserves. It doesn't really matter how much they've got, but they will have to keep a certain quantum in reserve, and in my assessment that is about 30%, which means the balance is available to them, of which a large portion has already been expended, and their ability to recoup their whatever they have expended is actually in doubt, because most of those places have also been targeted. If they continue at the present pace, I don't think they have got a lasting capacity of more than a week or 10 days. But this can be extended if they reduce the number of missiles they are firing on a daily basis. But even otherwise, at some point of time, their ability to continue the operation will run out. And I would give it at a maximum, they can hold on for say about 2 months or so. After that, I think their operations will cease. That is one. Number two, they are getting a great deal of intelligence support from both the Russians and the Chinese, that is the Iranians, which makes it possible for them to carry out very precision targeting. And this precision targeting has been seen in various attacks they have carried out on American assets in the Gulf. As you have just mentioned, if the US Embassy in Iraq has been targeted with pinpoint precision, the missiles would have been the missiles and the drones would have been used from Iran, but the intelligence of the exact location and that support, I believe, would have come from either China or from Russia. That is two. Number three, there's another possibility which I would like to actually give out. I don't think that at some point of time America will also have to think of war termination. What is the end goal? And you can't keep on fighting endlessly. Otherwise, you will get stuck into a war like Russia has got stuck in that war with Ukraine because they couldn't carry out the regime change. Here, America could not execute the regime change which they wish to, so they've run into a problem. I think they have a chance now to close the war in reasonably honorable terms should they declare a unilateral ceasefire on the occasion of Eid, which is going to come up in the next 48 hours. Should they do that, I'm quite confident that Iran will also reciprocate. And while it may not lead to a peace, it can at least lead to a cessation of hostilities, and then diplomacy can take over. Whether that will happen or not, we'll have to wait and see.